Hello everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Haya, and you've clicked on the title of today's video to find out what we're discussing. Today, we're diving into a very important topic, the number one sexual desire of women. Before we get into the details, I must say that the key element to a healthy relationship is trust and communication. Without these, whether it's dating, sex, or any relationship, things may not work out. But personally, I believe the best sexual experiences happen within committed relationships because that's when there's a sense of natural safety to explore new things and grow together in ways that one-night stands or casual encounters simply can't offer. It's crucial to approach sexual experiences with mutual consent and an open mind. Now, this brings me to my first point, what many men don't understand about women's sexual desires. For many women, sexual desire or fantasies often come from a place of trying to heal from past wounds. Sex can be a powerful healing tool, and sometimes our fantasies are connected to unresolved trauma. This may sound unusual, but it's a wonderful opportunity for emotional healing when approached properly. Many women desire a man who can take the lead in the bedroom, and this is something I think men should understand clearly. When a man can confidently lead, it allows the woman to let go, surrender, and experience a deeper connection. But not every man deserves to be in this position. It's not just about what you see in movies or porn. Real submission comes from trust. A woman must believe in her partner's leadership and feel safe in surrendering. This trust isn't just physical, it's emotional, and it's built over time. Sex isn't just about physical penetration. It's about the emotional connection that takes place when two people come together. Women often fantasize about being controlled in a way that brings healing, especially if they've experienced neglect or trauma in their past. Being chosen, being desired, is incredibly powerful and can lead to a deeper connection. This is why it's essential for men to understand how to awaken a woman's deepest desires. This doesn't just happen with physical touch. It's about emotional openness and connection. When a woman surrenders, it's not just about the act itself. It's about her feeling completely chosen and accepted. Many women never felt chosen or validated in their past, especially if they've had difficult childhood experiences. That feeling of being desired, of being in control, leads to excitement and connection. The dynamic of power and submission in a relationship can be incredibly healing, allowing both partners to experience more profound intimacy. Men should be aware of how a woman's body reacts, how it opens and closes, and whether she's truly present in the moment. If you feel emotional barriers, it's often because she's not fully with you. To break those barriers down, it's important to take control, not in a forceful way, but in a manner that gives her no choice but to surrender and trust you completely. This is where deep connection and intimacy begin. It's not about manipulation, it's about understanding natural instincts. Women have deep desires for connection, and understanding that, and how to meet these desires, is crucial for both partners' satisfaction. It's essential to know that this isn't just some sexual fantasy. It's rooted in emotional needs and healing. Now, I want to emphasize the importance of trust and communication in any sexual relationship. It doesn't matter how amazing the chemistry is if there's no trust. It's not just about the physical aspect. It's about being emotionally present. Men may not always be aware of the emotional depth women need, but once you understand this, everything changes. Ultimately, the key to satisfying sex is quality over quantity. When you're with someone you trust and care about, the sexual experience can be incredibly fulfilling. I hope this video helps reflect on the dynamics between masculine and feminine energy, leadership, and the balance that creates healthy, satisfying relationships. Harmful effects of premarital sex. Risk of sexually transmitted diseases. Premarital sex increases the risk of sexually transmitted diseases, especially when you have sex with people who do not intend to be faithful to you, or you have sex with people in the form of one-night stands, friends with benefits, threesomes, etc. It is difficult to see the nature of the relationship. You may feel that something is not right in the relationship. For example, disagreements in life views make it difficult for both parties to get along and last long. However, the feeling of closeness and sublimation with that person can make you ignore your true feelings and think that you are truly happy, and this is the person you need in your life. Deciding not to have sex before marriage is an opportunity for both parties to understand each other's true selves. You can look deeply into each other's souls when you ignore physical desires to focus on each other's personalities. It is very possible that he just wants to have sex before marriage with you without thinking about the future after marriage with you. True love can only be confirmed with certainty through the fact that he wants to marry you. This is one of the typical signs of red flags. You are prone to losing control. When you choose to have sex before marriage, it means that you are giving yourself without necessarily receiving a commitment in return. That puts both of you in a state of imbalance and not being able to control your own future. Sometimes your boyfriend chooses to marry you out of responsibility, and you agree to marry him because you have already had sex with him. If you want to feel secure, you should have a commitment through marriage before doing it. To avoid feeling regretful for having sex before marriage, you should talk to him frankly. The relationship is at risk of cracking. When both of you completely trust each other, keeping it is the right thing to do, so that life after marriage will have many new things. On the contrary, if you need to show trust in each other by giving everything to each other, it will easily cause the relationship to go into a dead end. After having sex before marriage, girls often have an inferiority complex, fear of losing their lover, so it is easy to cause unnecessary arguments. For boys, when they have sex with that person, it will be easy to reduce the desire to marry her as soon as possible. Premarital sex increases the risk of divorce. If you have had sex before marriage, it will be very difficult for you to keep it until marriage. Although you always think you will marry the person you have given everything to, the other person may not think so. If this process happens to many of your future lovers, it will be very difficult for you to find the right person in harmony with your soul and get married. Therefore, the risk of divorce increases because sex makes two people connect with each other as real lovers, even though the truth is not necessarily so. Unwanted pregnancy, sadness, anger, confusion are common emotions for those who are not ready to be mothers, especially for girls who do not have a family. This will be a huge mental shock. Unwanted pregnancies can happen even if you have used birth control methods. This can be due to broken condoms, birth control pills sometimes not being effective. Even vasectomy or tubal ligation does not guarantee 100% that you will not get pregnant. If you choose to have an abortion, it can also greatly affect your reproductive health and psychology in the future. You are likely to be secretly filmed. You are likely to have sensitive footage secretly filmed that everyone wants to delete. The person secretly filming your private matters does not necessarily have to be the other person. You may be accidentally filmed by a third party without even knowing it. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the discussion. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content like this.